Hello YouTube. Let me say good evening to you. All my friends out there in the YouTube world. We hope you're having a good evening. We're going to show you the walking stick here in a minute. We're going to show you how far we've gotten on the walking stick. This will be like part 11, I think. And we're going to do a part 12 when we get the stick completely finished. But we have started wood burning on it today, and we're going to show you that. But in this video, this is sort of expecting the unexpected. First of all, you've heard me say that in the state of Ohio, from the southern tip of Ohio to the northern tip, east to west, you truly never know what the weather is going to be. And I'll give you an example. Yesterday it was very cold out. Today it was in the 40s. Tomorrow it is supposed to be 13 degrees with freezing rain. And by Wednesday, it's supposed to be 2 degrees outside, with wind chills of 20 to 30 below zero. That's the way that the weather is here in the state of Ohio. You just truly never know what it's going to do, especially in the wintertime. All through the year, you can deal with rain and snow, and it can even hail here in July. It's the weirdest weather that, of course, I've never lived anywhere else. I really don't know what anyone else's weather is like. But here in Ohio, you never know. But you got to always expect the unexpected with the weather. Okay, and we just want to kind of go over the weather a little bit with you, and then we're going to go over some issues of expect the unexpected. You know, we got up last week, hot water tank's gone. We had to get a new one. And that wasn't complicated enough. It ruined the kitchen floor, which we can replace, not no problem. And we replaced the hot water tank, but we broke a water line, putting the water tank in. So we're unexpectedly out another chunk of money. We went from a gas to an electric hot water tank. Come to find out that we had an electrician here a couple of years ago that put a new breaker box in the house, rewired everything, and he didn't wire the hot water tank up. So we have to have an electrician come out tomorrow, and he's going to water the hot water tank up. Because we can do some electrical work, but we do not go in the box. Even though my father was an electrician for General Motors, we don't want nothing to do with getting inside of the breaker box. Now, outside that box, we don't care to do a little bit of electrical work, but other than that, but to continue on, we go to get the hot water tank, and we got a flat tire. Man. But I just want to kind of go over that with you. It's kind of a fun video, just telling you a little bit of our troubles here. The cold weather, hot water tank, flat tire. But that's part of life. That's part of homesteading. That's part of bush crafting. That's part of life. And that's the way it is, whether we like it or not. There's a whole lot of times we don't like it. But real quick, we're going to go over the stick. I'm going to show you where I burned on it. We started carving at the top. We started burning on the bottom. I don't know, can you see it there or not, but we've done some wood burning on the bottom part. And from the snake down, and we're finished with this. Now we were going to, again, you got the carving, the snake, the mushrooms, the canvas is the stick itself. We took the V-gouge, and we put a design all the way up to the top, to right here. This we'll do a little different. This part in here, we'll do it a little different. It'll get wood burned more than the rest, but we don't want to burn this. We don't want to sand it. We're done with it. We took the V gouge, gouged it out. It looks good, as you can see. You can see it there. Maybe on this one, we just gouged it out. Mushrooms, we burnt those, but the mushroom stem has a little roughness to it. I don't know, can you see that? But we're not looking for anatomy. We're just looking for what looks as close to either a mushroom or a snake. That's all we're looking for. We're not looking for anatomy. Now, if someone wants to pay me $3,000 for this walking stick, I'll put all the anatomy in there they want. But that's not the case. We're just, and it's light. I just can't believe how much we've taken off and all the work that we've done. But when I show it to you again, we'll have it completely burned, completely finished, oiled, polyurethane, the whole thing. And we were wanting to get on the wood burning part this week, and we did. And we're moving right along with it. But the wood burner, let me show you what one of the wood burners looks like. This is one of our favorites. Okay, right here. This would be one of our favorites. This has a controller on it. I don't know if you can see it right there, but you can dial in how hot you want that one to be. And that's about a $30 wood burner. That's a little bit expensive for a wood burner, but it's a very good one. And then we use this one, this kind here. This is about a $19. You get the tips with it, which I think the tips are useless. It has an on and off right there. But we broke a tip, so we've got to drill that one out. And when we do that, we'll make our own tip to go back in there. Will we thread it? But the scales that we burned on the snake, they were made with this little tip. You cannot buy that tip. We had to make this tip. And it's not hot. I don't know why I jumped, but that tip there. Plus, real quick, I don't want to bore you too much with the carving video. We keep most of the tips in this box right here. I don't know, can you see the tips or not, but we've got all kinds of tips that we made. We've got tips, another for the scales for fish or snake or whatever. I got a little, this is an interesting tip right here that we made. I don't know, can you see it there or not, but we made that one. And we have a lot of them. But anyway, we just want to kind of go over the stick with you, a little bit of the wood burning. Again, this is about, it could be $15 to $19. You get 4 tips with it. The tips are good, but they're not our favorite tip. We'd rather make our own to do what we want to do. And all you need is a good sharp tip and go at it, wood burning. I do want to point out, and in the next video, I'll show more clearly that when you carve this right here, if you have a set of 6 carving tools, if you've got 10, if you have 2, however many that you have, use them all. I mean, you've got to gouge and you want to tunnel, get in here, and you want to kind of get in, make a coil. Whatever, people ask me, well, how do you know what chisel does what? Well, I use them all to get the effect that I want, to get that wood chipped out of there the best of my ability with what I have. There was something I was going to show you, but I can't think of what it was right now. But let me say God bless to you. I've drug this on long enough. We're going to update you one more time when we get that, when we get this stick done. But thanks always for coming by the channel. If you feel like you'd like to subscribe to the channel and you want to hit that little bell to get notifications when we put another video up, we sure would appreciate it. I don't know what the weather's like in your state, but I hope you stay warm or cool wherever you're at, and that you enjoy this winter. Again, thanks for coming by and watching the video.